Why do we sit here being silent, watching our leaders turn into tyrants? Have they forgotten which side they're fighting for? Checks and balances set aside and rule of laws, youths and ours, and Constitution openly ignored. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Is it time for right and left to join a greater cause? Man, I'm not okay. The rich claim to be victimized just to attack the marginalized. Is 1% really worth more than all the sick and poor? Always preaching about fellowship while planning their dictatorship. Now we've seen how all of this plays out before. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call. Man, I'm not okay. Ever wonder all the mystery? Why they whitewash our history? Keep dividing is their plan. All in all, such a scam. Algorithm very sly, only used to spread the lies. Politicians know well, hate is simple to upsell. Man, I'm not okay. Think we are being played. Time for you and I to join our country's call.
We are not okay. America is not okay, and we all know that. Former Congressman Joe Walsh, this is The Social Contract with Joe Walsh. Let's figure out how to get okay together. Hey, this Tuesday, hope your week is off to a good start. Look, I've been accused in the last couple of months of being a broken record, of beating a dead horse. I am so, and it's hard. And I've heard from a couple of the listeners of this show who've said, Joe, love you, love the show. But man, you are obsessed with this issue of what ICE is doing. You are obsessed with this issue of immigrant enforcement in this country. And I cannot deny it. I cannot deny that over the course of the last few months, this issue, what these masked federal agents are doing on our streets to immigrants and citizens, this issue more than any other issue has captured my mind and my attention. And all I can say is, again, I am what I am. It's done that. This issue of ICE, this issue of this dark, ugly, extreme, hateful, cruel, un-American place that Trump has taken immigration enforcement in this country, this issue, more than any other issue right now, is just so not who we are. In fact, I said it on a radio show last week that our founders revolted over what ICE is doing on our streets right now. Our founders revolted. Our founders declared their independence from the very thing that ICE is doing on our streets now. I feel so strongly about it. I feel it is like the ultimate gut check issue for every American right now. I've also been very, very public in my pushing Paxis, this one stop shop, know your rights tool that I've become a big part of to help immigrants and citizens lawfully and legally fight back against what ICE is doing. I've been very excited about Paxis. We put it out there about a month and a half ago, maybe. We talk about it every day. We launched a GoFundMe because we want to crowd fund this tool that will be out shortly that folks can use, because we don't want Trump to be able to just come after one or two of us if thousands of us have given to Paxis this tool, this tool to help immigrants and citizens fight back against what ICE is doing, fight back legally and lawfully. I thought it would be really helpful today to start with. I'm going to get to something again that Trump said yesterday that we all got to talk about, but I thought it would be helpful to start today's show talking about Paxis and kind of drilling down on Paxis. And I thought what would be really helpful was to have the designer of Paxis join me on this show. I'm going to use his first name. His first name is Mark. I'm going to pull Mark in. Keith, let's pull Mark in right now. There he is. And for everybody, hello, Mark. But for everybody right now looking at the screen, you'll notice that I'm not showing Mark's picture. We've got that. I didn't design that, but that's kind of cute and clever. I love it. The hood over his face with a big question mark. Mark is the designer of Paxis. We're not showing you who he is. Not going to give you his last name, because this is let's be real. This is a scary, dangerous political climate we live in. We've got a number of engineers who are working on this app, this technology, this tool. Mark's the designer of it. And we don't want Mark doxxed. We don't want the folks who are on the Paxis team to at all be threatened by and feel like, because again, we live in a climate where the guy in the White House will go after anybody. Me, you can see who I am, because I'm a public figure and I've been out there for years rattling against Trump. Long intro, Mark, my friend. Thank you for joining me.
Hey, Joe. Thank you for that. I think what's kind of important there from what you just said, your intro, is on the team, there are cross-party people working on this. We're a bunch of designers and developers. And the reason people from different political ideologies can work on a tool like this is it is just simply based on law and the Constitution. It's not based on any party political voice or leanings.
Exactly.
Weirdly, if you look at it like this, though, this is a tool for, aimed at immigrants and of course now more and more citizens. It could be a tool in another world that you give, or even in this world that you give to ICE agents. You could give this tool to ICE agents and say, hey, this is how you should conduct yourself in ICE raids to keep within the law.
Agreed.
So
that world may be a few months or years down the road, but I appreciate Mark, that sentiment. And I want to start with this question. And for everybody listening, you've heard me talk about Paxis on this show every day, on my social media, everywhere I go. It's a tool that we expect out in short order in the next 2-3 weeks. Mark, I want to start with this. I want you to tell our listeners, many of whom, again, may not be totally familiar with what Paxis is. Start at the top and simply tell us what it is exactly, and maybe answer this question too. Why the heck hasn't somebody, one of the big tech, Google, whatever, come out with this one-stop Know Your Rights app? Go ahead.
Yeah, those are good questions. I mean, the simple explanation of what it is that it's, and this is a term that we've used, and I think you've used significantly as well. Excuse me. Is calling it a pocket advocate.
Yeah.
It is not an alternative to an attorney. You're not going to be able to go to court with it, but it does know the law, and it will know the law for your situation. And it doesn't give legal advice, but it can give you the facts about your situation, and including lawful facts. So it is as infallible as AI can get. Excuse me.
Is it accurate? Is it accurate, Mark, to
Yeah.
describe it as an app?
I mean, it is, but
Okay.
not an app in the way that you would go and download an app from the App Store. It's
Got it.
I like to call it more of a platform.
Okay.
And it's not an app that you can go, hey, I'm just going to go and design a quick app. It is a complete AI platform. It's called an LLM. It's a standalone AI platform, and the AI technology is beyond me. I'm the designer, not the programmer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And it is incredibly sophisticated and very, very hard to do. And it takes a long time to get this set up right so that it works effectively and accurately.
And Mark, when it's out there, when this Paxis tool, I loved what you said, because we have said that a bunch, a pocket advocate for immigrants and citizens alike, to know what you can and cannot do, give you advice legally, lawfully, Mark. When it's out there, who do you see using this thing?
Well, I think originally we assumed it would be just immigrants on the front line of what's happening at the moment.
Yeah.
So somebody who's here either legally and frightened about the situation, or somebody without, I guess we can call it now, without papers, seems to be the term that's used, though a little bit frightening connotations there. And to give them a direction, a correct direction to do. So what happens when someone knocks on your door? What happens when you're at work? What happens when you're on the street? What happens when you're driving and someone pulls you over?
So stop there, Mark. This is, I think this is really key. So in essence, when this tool is out there, when Paxis is out there and ICE is pounding on your door, or ICE pulls their car in front of your car, forcing you to stop on the road, this would be a tool that immigrants and citizens alike could use in real time in situations like that.
Well, absolutely, you could. Obviously, I would advise people to use it
before,
all the time, to understand, when you're, if you work in a situation which might be raided by ICE, figure that out beforehand, obviously. But yeah, absolutely, whatever situation you're in, time is kind of on your side. It feels like it's it would feel like a terrible panic moment. But if you're sitting in your car with your doors and windows locked and ICE is knocking on the door, you have time. You have time to pick up your phone. You have time to ask Paxis a question, and you have time to read off what it says, which will be lawful and civically aligned. And if you keep to that, you will put yourself in less danger in the future. Now, there is, as we've seen recently, when ICE break the law, there's nothing you can do in that moment. If ICE just decide to smash your window and drag you out, there's nothing that Paxis can do to help you there. But what it does do is it sets you up so that you're not in a situation later in the day or later in the week where you actually have done something illegal because you've resisted, because you've done this or that. It will give you the correct advice in the moment.
So Mark, that's really interesting, because I've had somebody who actually contributed, went to our GoFundMe page and became part of the movement supporting Paxis. He asked me that question, Mark, a couple of weeks ago. He said, Joe, I love what you guys are doing with Paxis. Can't wait to see it out there. But, I thought of this, he said, as a know your rights tool. Well, my God, we're living in a world now where ICE doesn't give a fuck about your rights. So, and he was nice, Mark, but he was kind of saying, like, okay, so how helpful is a tool like this if ICE is just going to blow through your rights?
Yeah, I think that's a really fair point. And if there is a complete breakdown of the law and the courts and so forth, then it is limited. But in the reality we're in at the moment, though we're seeing a significant amount of ICE agents skirting the law, lying, telling people they must open the door without the correct warrant, telling people, pulling people over for traffic violations.
Give me your car keys. I saw that the other day.
Exactly, that kind of thing. So that stuff isn't legal. And if you stay legal at this moment, what if you are taken by ICE into custody, etc., then your attorney's job is going to be a lot easier, and it's going to be easier for you. You're going to get out quicker.
And that's what and Mark, that's a great point. That's what I told him is, your rights, what you can do. If ICE blows by all that, you stay on knowing your rights, because then you'll be in a position where you then can sue, prosecute, go after ICE legally after all is said and done, if you do what you're supposed to do.
Oh, absolutely. And you have to think this. I mean, this isn't going to last forever.
Right.
And obviously, someone like yourself will hope it will go away. The midterms will be a resounding failure for Trump, and the next.
He's still going to be president for 3 years.
I know, of course. But your hope would be this isn't going to last forever, and that's why it's so important for people to keep video records of everything that's happened to them. And all the other things.
We are, and I've never quite understood this because this isn't my world, the technology aspect of Paxis. But we're crowdfunding this thing. We're getting, thousands of Americans to chip in to be a part of this. Why Mark hasn't, and Paxis will be out shortly. Why hasn't one of the big old boys, one of the, the Apples, the Googles, come up with kind of this kind of tool or app, the know your rights, the one-stop shop place to go to?
That's a really good point. I don't think it's within their interest. I don't think they care. I think that
interesting.
The likes of Google and Apple don't want to step on Trump's toes. I don't know what. I'm not an incredibly political person in that sense, so I don't know what goes on behind closed doors with these people. But I can only imagine the billionaires of this world have a very quick and easy line to Trump. And they have certain agreements with what they're doing that I just don't think this would be within their interest.
No,
and I honestly, I don't think they care.
Yeah, no, you're right, Mark. It's really interesting. I remember a few months back, maybe in the fall or late summer, Apple was gonna come out with like an anti-ICE doxing tool or app or something, and right away Trump threatened to go after the CEO of Apple, and so Apple said, "Forget about it."
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think there is a particular desire for them to do that.
So Mr. Designer, when Paxis is out shortly, anybody can use this. This thing will work on any device.
Yeah, I mean, what we've done, we've not. This is why app is a little bit of a misnomer here, but in its broader sense, it is an app. But it's not an app like you would download onto your, from the Apple Store or whatever. The reason for that is exactly what we talked about earlier. The chances of Trump coming to Apple and just say, "Hey, get this off," is extremely high. So what we've done is we made it a platform which will be accessible via a URL, which eventually will be on the www.paxis.app, and that platform will be designed to be used very, very easily and very simply on any mobile device and
new or old, any new or old phone.
We specifically tried to keep it as simple as possible, not only because you want to be able to look at as a UI designer, a user interface designer. My job is to have that as simple as possible, so that anybody in any language can look at this immediately and understand what to do, where to go, how to ask a question, etc., etc. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's designed to work fast, and it's designed to work on any. And I mean, obviously, it's not going to work on your iPhone 4,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it will definitely work on much older phones.
And again, I'm honored to be a part of this and to promote it, but obviously I'm no technology expert. I've heard you in some conversations talk about it, but this is this is not just another chat bot or another AI assistant, and this is different than somebody just going on to Google and Googling what the rights are.
Yeah, no, that's it. That's a great point. I mean, a chatbot is something that is pretty simplistic and very narrow and great for certain things. So if you want to go to a company and find out about their 23 different products, they'll have a chatbot and you can ask questions about it, and that's
Yeah.
great. This isn't that. It can do that. It will have a very extensive internal library of the Constitution, the law, etc., and that will be retrieved first. But it also has thinking that will be able to give you answers beyond what any library will be able to give you, and give you very accurate answers as well.
Give your short answer to this, because I've heard you say this. This is very cutting edge AI technology, what Paxis will have.
Yes, it is. The designer of the AI wanted to have a system where it would think more like a human. It's called sense making.
Yeah.
So I think the a good way of putting it, it uses things like poetry and metaphor to understand. Those are very human things,
Yeah.
to understand and make sense of things, and that means that this is able to do things that other, even quite very sophisticated AIs can't do, and and answer like more like a human, and understand questions more like a human as well.
That's cool. I got one more question for you, Mark, and I appreciate your time, my friend. Again, this tool, this Pocket Advocate, Paxis, will be out in a couple weeks, and we're working with partners to distribute it, to get it into the hands of the folks who need it. And Mark, you can probably see on my screen, I always have the Paxis.app site up there, our GoFundMe page. Make a final pitch, a final case. Why do you put so much time into this thing? Why do you think Paxis will be such a valuable tool?
Gosh, yeah. I mean, first of all, I'd like to say thank you, Joe. You've put a tremendous amount of effort into helping us. This would not have happened without you. Not only on the amazing fundraising work you've done with GoFundMe, which has been absolutely incredible, and made this so much quicker and so much easier to do. With, you know, amongst a bunch of people with almost zero budget, and you know, working outside of their normal 9-to-5 jobs to try and make this happen. So that's been absolutely fantastic, but also your input into what the app should be has been incredible as well. So I really want to thank you for that. And thank you for all the people who have contributed as well. It's been absolutely astonishing, and an absolutely amazing help. But yeah, I'm sorry, what remind me what the question was.
Well, because what you and I and the whole team aim to do is to get thousands and thousands more to contribute to this thing. In your mind, it's going to be so valuable because why?
Yeah, I mean, look, it will be one place for anybody and everybody to get the information they need in these times.
I love that.
And it will automatically move, because of the technology is sense making. It will automatically move with the times, like a chatbot would have to be updated bit by bit as a new product comes into the store, whatever. This will automatically update because it will understand what's going on. Obviously, it will have full access to the internet, but be able to make sense. You mentioned earlier, what's the difference between this and Google?
Yeah.
And I can only imagine sitting in a vehicle in an emergency situation and having to
Yeah.
Google
Google.
what do I do, and find 5 different answers, all
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
some of which are from attorneys, other are from influencers on the internet, others are comments on Reddit and posts on Facebook and blah,
Yep.
blah, blah. And God knows what the right thing to do is. And to be able to have to scroll through 30 or 40 different things
Yeah.
to find the
Yeah.
right answer would be
Yeah.
genuinely frightening.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
Absolutely.
simply just getting this into the hands of anybody that needs it will I think make a big difference in the world at the moment.
Well said. And again, everybody listening to Mark and I, Mark's the designer of Paxis. There's the site. There's the link. Our GoFundMe page, Paxis.app, Paxis.app. Go there, read about it, give what you can, and share it with everyone you know. This will be the one-stop shop, know your rights tool, pocket advocate for everyone to go to legally and lawfully fight back against what ICE is doing. So important, so valuable. And again, we're crowdfunding this thing because the guy in the White House can go after the head of Apple or the CEO of Google, but he can't go after 5, 6, 10,000 of us who've all given 5, 10, or $100 to get this tool into the hands of the folks who need it to fight back against.
It's interesting, Joe. A statistic I was told about the GoFundMe campaign was that 35% of all the contributions, all the donations to that GoFundMe came from other people sharing it on social media.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you can't contribute directly,
share
or
it.
you've contributed before, just go and share it across, your Facebook,
Absolutely.
and
Absolutely.
and Substack and so forth. It's a massive help.
Absolutely. There's almost nothing more important because this thing with ICE, what's going on our streets, it's going to continue for a long, long time. Immigrants, citizens, all of us need to right this ship and know how to deal with them, know what we can and cannot do, know how to legally and lawfully fight back. I ask everybody, go to our Paxis.app, go to the GoFundMe page, read about what Paxis is. If you can give. If not, as Mark just said, share this link with everyone you know. Mark, brother, thank you so much for taking some time.
I really appreciate it, Joe. I hope this was helpful.
Thanks, man. Again, Paxis.app right there. Before we close today, though, I got to get at something else. And it will be what Donald Trump said. And I will repeat another one of my mantras. Believe that Donald Trump intends to fuck with, screw with, mess with, and if he can, cancel the midterms. Believe it. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but believe it, because if you believe it, you'll prepare for it. The country did not believe 6 years ago that an actual American president would lose an actual American presidential election, and he would not accept those results, and then he would commit crimes trying to overthrow that American presidential election. Way too many Americans did not believe that could happen, and then it happened, and we weren't ready for it, and January 6th happened, and he committed crimes trying to overthrow the election because we Americans just weren't ready for it, because we didn't imagine it and we didn't believe it. I don't want that to happen again. I say every day until I'm blue in the face, Trump's going to try to fuck with the midterms. He knows there's a blue tsunami coming. He's going to cheat. He's going to commit crimes. He'll do anything to try to mess with the midterms, including trying to cancel them, including inciting violence, including invoking the Insurrection Act, declaring martial law, whatever, putting troops on the street, threatening, intimidating voters in blue cities and blue states. I'm just saying, believe all of it. Have the imagination for all of it so that you're ready. We're ready so that we can defeat it. And when Trump says what he said yesterday, guys, I know he's fucking nuts. I know he's an idiot. I know he lies as he breathes. I know all of that. But when he says what he said yesterday about our voting process and our elections, believe him. Keith, play it.
Amazing that the Republicans aren't tougher on it. The Republicans should say, we want to take over. We should take over the voting in at least 15 places. The Republicans ought to nationalize the voting. And we have states that are so crooked, and they're counting votes. We have states that I won that show I didn't win. Now you're going to see something in Georgia where they were able to get, with a court order, the ballots. You're going to see some interesting things come out. But
that's enough. Donald Trump, the president of the United States, right there said, we need to take over the voting process in this country. Donald Trump, the president of the United States, said right there yesterday, we need to nationalize the elections. Now, for those of you who are not aware enough or informed enough, all of that is utterly unconstitutional. He can't nationalize the elections process. He can't take over the voting process. Per the Constitution, per our founders, elections in this country are run by and managed by and overseen by the states. It's what the Constitution says. States in this country run, manage, oversee their elections, not the federal government. Per the law, per the Constitution, per our founders. But when he says, fuck all that, we need to take over the elections process. We need to nationalize the elections. You've got to believe he's going to try. It doesn't matter if it's against the law. It doesn't matter if it's unconstitutional. When has the law ever stopped Donald Trump? When has the Constitution ever stopped Donald Trump? All I'm saying is look, yeah, he's an idiot. He's a bad guy. He's a horrible human being, and he lies as he breathes. But that's the sitting president right there telling you what he wants to do. He wants to take over the elections. He wants to nationalize the elections. And all I'm saying this Tuesday is fucking believe him so that you're prepared, we're prepared to defeat whatever he will try to do. Don't roll your eyes. Don't scoff. Don't just, come on, Joe. Joe, go have another tequila, Joe. Come on, don't do that. Don't do that. A president who lost a presidential election and then committed crimes trying to overthrow that presidential election is a president who's fully capable of trying to take over the elections process for a midterm election. Use your imagination. Believe it. He's telling you what he's going to do. He's telling you what he wants to do. Don't look away. Don't look away. Hey, thanks for listening, everybody. By the way, my Substack, socialcontractwithjoewalsh.substack.com. Check it out. Check out our stuff every day. If you are so duly motivated, become a subscriber. Helps to keep me and my voice out there. socialcontractwithjoewalsh.substack.com. As always, shoot me an email about anything that's on your mind. The Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. That's all one word, The Social Contract with Joe Walsh at gmail.com. Tuesday, baby. Have a good day. Thanks. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, follow, and share The Social Contract with Joe Walsh on Apple, Spotify. Plus, don't forget to subscribe to The Social Contract on Substack. This has been The Social Contract with Joe Walsh.